All right, we are here with Griffin, and Griffin's going to speak now.
Just realized that wasn't a still photograph you were about to take. It's a video.
Video.
I actually don't have a statement to make. I just wanted to come up here and observe the people, see what brings everybody else out. I wanted to come up here and do a lot of listening and less talking, because everybody else has good ideas that I wanted to hear. Maybe drop in my personal ideas coming from my economic background and wanting to maybe put some solutions-oriented ideas on the floor.
Do you have a bachelor's in economics, Griffin?
Yes.
And you working in that field now?
No, I actually work as a salesman.
Oh, all right, let's go back to your education, though.
Yes.
Tell us about economics and how it impacts our current system that we're going on right now, and where you think we might be heading up, and how we might be able to basically solve a little bit of this.
The current situation that nobody contemplates with economics is that it actually has a lot in common with meteorology. Anytime a weatherman tells you it will rain, it will be sunny, it will do something, you always go, yeah, okay, but I'm going to bring a raincoat anyways. When people project a hurricane, it's always a cone, and they say it's going to end up somewhere around here. And that anybody coming out and saying that any sort of economic proposal, this is the solution, they don't know exactly what they're talking about, either intentionally or unintentionally. There is no one simple solution to any idea. It has to be a complex series of what a lot of people are talking about, of what people are here are talking about what people that are in the Tea Party are talking about, what people on both sides of the aisle, about what people that have no affiliation are talking about. It takes a little bit of everything to make the entire economy work. It's like a weather system. It's like an ecosystem. Every little thing comes together to make things work. And it's going to take a lot of work by all of us here, from the 99 up to the 1. Everybody's going to have to do something.
So, for example, we have tax cuts into what we call entitlement programs. You would say that's something that would probably need to be looked at as well and addressed, correct?
Taxes aren't a one-size-fits-all solution to anything, especially when an economy is slowed down.
Entitlement cuts, I said.
Okay. Well, when it comes to entitlement cuts, it depends on, first of all, what your definition of an entitlement is.
Social Security, all the usual left-wing pet project stuff.
When it comes to left-wing pet projects, especially Social Security, we have to have an honest conversation first. How much money is there? How much money will be there? And how much money is still in the trust fund? And there also has to be a generational question that comes into play. Younger people in their mid-20s, people in their teens, we are not going to see the Social Security benefits that our parents' generation saw. There isn't the money for it. There isn't the math for it. I actually have to agree sometimes when Rick Perry calls Social Security a Ponzi scheme. It might not be a scheme, but it works with the same general principle. Take money from one, give money to another end. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, that is how it works. And an honest discussion about that is where we need to start. The simple math of the matter, with the numbers of people working and the numbers of people that are going on retirement, are not going to add up with the amount of money that is going out to each individual right now. Adjustments have to be made, whether that is greater amounts being taken from my generation and put into the Social Security Reserve, whether it's current people accepting less. There has to be some sort of combination of both of those things coming together. Same goes with Medicaid. Same goes with Medicare. There has to be a combination of coming together. Just cutting everything will not work, because then you cut into productivity. You cut into people having more sick days. That negatively affects the economy.
So that hits the business. And on the business sector, and we're talking about next the other ideological side of the spectrum, we're going to talk about tax increases of revenue for a particular segments of groups. Any thoughts?
Once again, we're all in it together. Yes, I believe that CEOs and people making gobs of money, millions of dollars a year and more, put it into perspective, first-round draft pick money in the NFL. People that will bring in $1 million a year, the NFL has about 35 of them. People in the first round and going in the beginning of the second round, they make that much money a year. People on that end of the spectrum, yes, they benefit from the general welfare of society more. So asking more of them, I do not believe is undue. but asking of all of us. We are a community. We all need to give in together.
So we all need to work together as the common
stat that
message.
is constantly thrown out is 50% of Americans do not pay anything in income tax. That is true. That's not a lot. They do pay forms of state tax and local taxes, though. They do not go through this world completely untaxed. But we need to analyze certain people. Maybe we can increase their marginal federal tax rates. Maybe we can modify these things so that they are contributing to the pot. There are answers that need to be gathered from everywhere. So it's not just the answer from a chant that was going on here earlier. Tax the CEOs, tax the rich. Yes, that will help. That is not the one end-all be-all solution. Taking in all that money, even if you take in 100% of it, will not get us there. And study after study, committee after committee has come up with the same solution. More taxes, less spending. And it needs to come from everywhere. It needs to come from the military. It needs to come from benefits. The only places that we need to concentrate on keeping it and possibly expanding our monetary base are structural influences in our economy. Education, roads, places where you spend money to make money, not just for the fun of spending it. A constant process that people talk about with the military is cutting military spending. While there could be money there that we could take, then you have to take into account where are we going to be losing commerce because commerce is no longer safe. People sometimes look at the military, both ends of it, right and left spectrum. The military and healthcare, they can look at them as just complete waste of money. Public healthcare allows for people to keep on going to work, to be able to have that safety net, to keep on being members of society that will continue contributing. Military and police side of things allows me not to worry about pirates, not to worry about road warrior type circumstances when you're going around and trying to make money for yourself, your family.
It's not anarchy, it's got some kind of order.
There are indirect returns on spending money on both of those items, and we need to have honest conversations about what is necessary and what is expendable and what might hurt to lose, but it still will have to go in the grand scheme of things.
All right, thank you, Griffin.
Thank you very much.
And where are you from originally?
Northwest Florida.
All right, thank you, Griffin.